Hello, hello! Hello to everyone watching on the stream. Hello. Can you see me? You might want to turn down that sound on my old laptop there.
That would be kind of weird if you can hear yourself.
That will freak me out. Hey guys! Good afternoon, or good morning, or good evening, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome back. We're here to stream Marvel Heroes for the second day of our big IGN beta weekend, which has been great for us. Everybody here at the studio is really excited. We've seen higher numbers in the game than ever before, more people playing than ever before, which is fantastic. So thank you if you've been playing. If you haven't been playing, there's still time. We still have about 6 hours left in today's beta. All you got to do is go ahead and redeem this key at marvelheroes.com. The key is only valid today and will only allow you to play today. So if you can get in, then go ahead and do so. And I'm sure some people will be asking, you know, how do I get to play beta beyond today, beyond this weekend? And there's two ways to do it. Number one is go ahead and if you enjoyed the game, which we hope you do, then pick up a Founders Pack. Buy yourself a Premium Pack or the Ultimate Pack, and either of those will get you an invite to close beta. Beta, as somebody pointed out yesterday again. Yeah, those invites will be sent out up to a week after you made your purchase. We do have to send them out manually, but they will come along, and those will give you invites to the ongoing closed beta, so you'll be playing whenever we have the beta servers up. In addition, the other way, of course, is just to get invited, and we are going to be sending out a lot more invites very, very soon. We're going to be sending out a lot of invites, so make sure you're registered at marvelheroes.com, which you will be if you've already signed up for this weekend. So today, what are we going to do? We're going to show you a little bit more of the later part of the game, not at the end of the game. You're following my beta progress right now. Beta progress.
Beta.
Beta, like data in Star Trek. So yeah, here we are. We are in the Shield recon post in Lowtown in Madripoor. I think we showed a little bit of Madripoor yesterday, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
And last time I was playing as Black Widow. And I don't think I've shown much Captain America, so I think we're going to do a little bit of Cap. And I've grabbed a few more characters here. Unfortunately, a lot of these guys are at level 1, so they won't be very effective in Lowtown. In fact, they'll die. So we probably won't be doing too much of that. But yeah, we have our good friends here, Agent Parks and Radar here, who are ready to help out. Radar's only level 6 on his Daredevil, so hopefully he won't die. And yeah, we have 2 missions here, which are finding the Muramasa Blade, and we're still after the Tableau of Life and Time, so we need to find Sharon Carter. Now, of course, anyone who's read Marvel Comics knows that, well, Sharon Carter, definitely an on and off love affair with Steve Rogers, Captain America, so it's personal this time. We're going to have to find Sharon and find out what's going on. So we're in our party. Just checking out to see if my party members are ready to go. And yeah, for anyone who's coming in, who might be new, might be unfamiliar with the game, let us know in the chat, because you know I don't want to be telling you how to suck eggs, but yeah, do let us know in the chat if you're new or unfamiliar with the game, and we can answer any of your basic questions as we play. Otherwise, let's just go. All right, so we're going to head up here. This is, as I say, the Shield recon post in Lowtown. And the reason I'm clicking on this chair, you're about to see in 1 second, is that the chair leads up to a barber shop.
Classic Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
Very Steranko.
You get, well, very, very spy movie period. Yeah, so as you can see here, this is actually the cover for the S.H.I.E.L.D. recon post. This man, this lovely civilian here, will suggest to you that you have a seat, and that will take you down here. This is where we met James Woo, who's a member of the Agents of Atlas, and he was our contact here.
I like that we call him James. It's very respectful.
I think he's referred to as James, isn't he?
Yeah, he goes between Jimmy and James.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so Captain America level 9 is who I'm playing as here. Cap is one of my favorites. I'm a huge fan of Cap generally. I actually haven't really equipped him. I haven't got any costumes. So do you think I should change my costume, or shall I just stick with classic? I think the classic's pretty good. We'll just go ahead with classic. Can't mess with the classic. So Lowtown. Let's head on out and see what we can find. Now Lowtown is sort of a shantytown slum kind of area, which is being infested by Hydra agents, including these guys in these Helios mechs, which are a pretty serious threat. Now, playing as Captain America, of course, it's all about the shield. All about using the shield.
He's got shield points even. He's got a whole secondary resource.
Yeah, and it's funny. I was actually just tweeting back and forth with someone who was asking me about Captain America's secondary resource. So secondary resources is something that were introduced relatively late in the game on in Marvel Heroes in our development cycle. We've brought them in, and now a number of different characters have them, and they're pretty cool. So let me just explain them in a second once I've dealt with some of these Hydra guys. Of course, there's never really a respite in action RPGs. There's no place to sort of, go rest up.
Except for the barbershop.
Oh, you can get a haircut. Actually, I need a haircut today. As you can see, I'm growing my hair right out. Speaking of growing your hair out, who have we been joined by today? Snuck into my office here, but none other than Matthias Group.
Matthias?
It's my official name. It's Matthias. Matt is just very short for that. Yeah, let's see.
You might want to. Sorry about that. Yeah, we haven't really got an extra chair.
Hey,
Everybody, Internet Meet Matt Group here. So Matt is our associate producer on Marvel Heroes. You might have seen Matt on some of our Dev Diary videos. And Matt is primarily responsible for doing, well, frankly, some of the more fun parts of development. He works on wrangling our artists for our motion comics, and then also wrangling our voice actors.
It's true.
So Matt works on some of our with all of our motion comics and getting voice actors for them, and also, of course, getting voice actors for the actual game itself. So remind me, because I always get confused, who does the voice of Captain America here?
Brian Bloom actually is doing the voice for us. So you know him from Marvel vs. Capcom or Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes. You'll find him familiar in our game.
Yep. So
not to
Brian
be confused
Bloom,
with Steve Bloom, who does Wolverine, but spelled differently. But sounds the same.
BLLOM. Oh, level 10. Thank you.
A lot of people call him Bloom. Trust me, not.
It's definitely not how he has his name. And you don't want to say it wrong because you're going to be annoying Spike Spiegel and Wolverine at the same time, which is a bad thing.
Two guys you don't want to annoy.
We should give him a seat. Seems a bit.
You guys are just
bad that you're kneeling.
Rock and shop in here, messing up. Hydra, it's good.
So tell us a bit about. So we're obviously in Madripoor here, and tell us a bit about. We've got a. Do we have a motion comic introducing it? I'm pretty sure you see one as you enter the shop.
Yeah, definitely.
The barber shop.
If you haven't progressed this far, spoiler alert. But you meet up with Jimmy Woo, who's one of the main SHIELD agents, and he kind of gives you a little bit of a backstory of what's going on currently in Madripoor in the game, as well as kind of a little brief history of what Madripoor is. So.
A dark alley.
Nothing bad can happen in a dark alley.
Nothing can happen in a dark alley that's bad. There we go. So you can see Matt properly.
Hello.
Matt sporting a proud launch beard.
Yes.
Everybody,
it's true. In all the other Dev Diaries, there's no beard. But when we announced our launch date at PAX East, it was kind of like, all right.
He dedicated his life to growing a beard.
Dedicated my entire life to Marvel Heroes
which
and growing
makes
a beard.
Which makes me sad because I grew a launch beard for my last game launch, and let's just say that it wasn't popular with my wife.
This is the only excuse that my girlfriend will accept.
Yeah. So I asked. So. I mean, I was like, "How about a launch beard, honey?" And she was very much against the idea. This time around, to be fair, I did look kind of like a homeless guy. So
that's my goal.
Ooh, elite Helios mechs. Now we've added this area in, isn't this new? I think.
Yeah, this is new. I think it's either from this patch or the patch right before, but it's really new.
But these are one of these.
These Vulcan mechs, they're a pain because you'll see those red dots there, targeting me on the ground there. So I got to be careful I don't get hit. Of course, having the Phoenix herself with us does help. Kind of obvious that she's in the mix here.
She's a bit bright and
get myself healed.
Well, it makes the dark alley that less dark.
Giving everyone a little bit of a buff there. Cap has his, I can't remember the name of the power now, it's been changed a couple of times. What's it called there? Yeah, Encouraging Shout, which gives everyone a team buff, which is really helpful and increases your attack speed briefly. Watch out, missiles coming in. So this was a treasure room? I thought it was, because it wasn't marked as a treasure room. If that makes sense. It's just a side experience.
It might just be a nice little side instance. We had quite a few of those.
All the orbs. Anyone who's been watching me on these streams know I must have everything. I must have all the stuff. And as a reminder, of course, all of the loot is completely yours to have. It's all instant, so no one else gets to steal your loot. Because we all know that raccoons?
Beta, rocket raccoon.
No, it's said the same way. I think I was going to make some joke about raccoons being thieves, but it's kind of mean.
Bandits.
Give us 1 second, guys. I feel bad about Matt sitting here without a chair. So
I'm gonna go get a chair.
We're gonna get a chair.
I'll be back.
We'll be back in 1 second. Alrighty, sorry about that. We're just getting Matt sat here because I'm going to keep him here as long as possible because forever. I want to keep him busy. Oh, I should probably spend my PowerPoints. So I was actually going to talk about secondary resources because, like I said, somebody on the tweets, on the Twitters, was asking me about secondary resources. So a quick look here. So as you can see here, it says you probably can't see because it's kind of small, but this little tooltip says you gain shield points from some of your powers, and at this point I have 7 shield points out of 10 possible. And then if you look at some of Cap's powers, if I remember right, yeah, there we go. So for example here, Dynamic Charge, which is a power I have mapped to my A key here, it says in melee, dash forward, possibly knocking out enemies in your path, spend a shield point to get extra damage. Now, Matt, explain to people how that works in practice.
The truth is, I've been playing with Rocket Raccoon. I don't have shield points to spend, so
the secondary resources in general. I mean, the key thing is that you don't actually press any button to spend a shield point.
Right. It's a chance. It's activated. If you have shield points, you will spend them. And so if you have a number of shield points, you'll do extra damage, or you'll knock somebody down with your shield throw and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. A lot of characters have different versions of secondary resources that make them play really differently compared to others. Like Hulk has Rage, for instance, which is really cool.
Punisher has Vengeance.
Vengeance, which is awesome. So the Vengeance can do like a couple different things. It can either be spent instead of Spirit, and you'll have a chance to proc that. You could have it could deal tons of extra damage or make something piercing. Rage builds up as the Hulk gets hit because he gets more and more mad, and he can spend that in different ways. It'll give him bonus damage. Then if it maxes out, it lets his abilities become free, I think, which is amazing. Having a Hulk smash around the screen.
Here's me thinking Matt would know all about secondary resources, but it turns out that Ryan is the expert.
He's the expert. I love me some Rocket Raccoon. I can tell you about him, but...
Yeah, so secondary resources are basically spent, as Ryan says, there's a chance for them to be spent whenever you're using your powers. Certain powers use them, and they generally increase as you play the normal game. So they're a little bit of extra thinking, something else you can think about. Oh, ninjas. Love ourselves some ninjas. Now, I can never find the Muramasa blades.
They're random. They're hidden. It takes me a while sometimes.
Yeah, we might not be able to find them today. But anyway, we should probably head back and find Sharon Carter because, Cap's getting anxious.
It's a little bit of that old school Diablo, like, looking for the right cave love.
Nice! Adrian Park's just got a carrot to drop. There you go. It does happen.
Nice.
Who did he get?
Yeah. Who was it? Yeah. Robin's asking this. 4? Wow.
Oh, wow.
Sorry.
Awesome.
He just... lucky man. So there you go. It does happen. You can get characters, of course. That's how, if you want to, you can play Marvel Heroes completely for free. If you're a loot junkie, just go ahead and keep on playing, and if you're lucky, you're going to drop some of these characters. If you prefer to, of course, you're always able to purchase them whenever you want to. All right.
Yeah, in my playthrough in this most recent build, I've gotten Spider-Man, Deadpool, and Scarlet Witch.
Wow.
As drops, yeah.
I
got lucky. I mean,
you got real lucky. These little, you might be able to see these little tiny pieces of text that are popping up here. These missions are what we call discoveries. Ooh, purple. Discoveries are little kind of sort of like mini. I wouldn't even call them missions, but they're just little moments that happen while you're playing, and there'll be little things like you'll disrupt a mugging or do similar sort of stuff. Some of it kind of fun.
One thing that's nice, I mean, like a lot of the time, the desire is to just jump in there and kind of, wreck shop and destroy stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like to sit back and
just see what's actually happening.
Well, because a lot of it fills in little gaps in the story and gives you a little
There you
bit bigger picture of what the overall story of the game is. So for me, it's kind of fun to sit back and be like, oh,
Yeah.
that's what the Serpent Men are doing with Hydra. Okay, that makes sense.
The best thing is the AIM guys, though.
Oh, the aims. The aim guys
have
are the best.
the best
Great.
discoveries.
Some of the best. My favorite. I think my favorite. I just was defeated line from a mob has to be. I should have stayed at Google.
Yeah, I mean that's
Nice
one thing
writing by a
that's
writer.
really fun about the voiceover stuff is some of the characters are very set in their ways and how you would expect them. Like Spider-Man's always going to be snarky, and Cyclops always going to kind of be a Boy Scout. But then when we get to the more obscure characters, just like random mobs and things like that, we kind of get to have fun and throw in different lines and quips that players will have fun with. That also kind of fits with the character of the character that you're fighting. So it's a lot of fun.
I think we just walked past Agent Carter, or rather, we walked past where we should be. Don't worry about it. We'll go back and find her. Should really spend my power points. There's one of Rocket Raccoon's turrets there, which is still hanging out and still beating up bad guys for us, which is great. Where is she? Is she in here? Standing on something. Ah! I knew there was something here. Muramasa blade shards. Nice. There we did. We got my first part of the
I wonder
Muramasa
if
quest.
anyone on the stream is familiar with the Muramasa blade.
I bet you are, Ryan Collins.
Yeah.
Is anyone on the stream? Can anyone beat Ryan to it before he tells us what the Muramasa blade is? No? Anyone?
Anyone? Hang on.
Bueller.
There's a delay.
Bueller. I'm gonna spend my power points by the way. Got another character shout going on. Upgrading my shield bounce, possibly my favourite cat power. As you can see, it's now I think rank 5. Does 144 to 211 per hit and bounces 7 times. It does use quite a lot of spirit. It uses 25 spirit, so it's pretty expensive, but it's pretty awesome. Well, we found some forgotten sewers. Why don't we jump in here?
Alright, somebody knows. It was forged with the blood of Wolverine.
Really?
And it's special because it's magical, and it can. Let's see if he knows. I'm sure he knows. It's crazy. It can cancel out healing factors.
Oh, okay.
So it was how he
watch
allegedly
out.
killed Sabretooth.
Does that mean that we might see the Muramasa blade in, or some variant of it in this summer's Wolverine movie? There is a suggestion in that trailer that there's going to be some problems with his healing factor, right?
Yep.
So maybe there's something going on.
That's the thing that's fun about the Marvel Universe is I've been into Marvel since I was a kid and I've worked on multiple Marvel games, but that little tidbit of information I didn't know until this moment right now. So there you go. It's good.
And now it all comes together in that game. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, Patch and Magic Force totally makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Now, I don't know, we were talking about this yesterday. Is there any chance that we'll see any reference to Patch or Wolverine's time as Patch in the game? Matt, do you know?
We possibly could. Can't confirm or deny right now. But I mean, the thing that's good is even if because we listen to the community, as you guys know, and so if people really want to get that stuff, we could always add it in as a patch as time goes on. So it's never really finished. It's always just kind of evolving. And
See,
growing.
do you notice that? There's a sort of subtle detail there. Sometimes you break the environment and bad things come out of it. Like AIM apparently leave death machines in crates randomly.
These things happen.
That's where I was
surprises.
thinking death
Yeah.
machines, right?
I was throwing out the garbage last night and I found one. It was horrible.
Your neighborhood's bad.
My favorite one of those, slight spoiler, is in the Savage Land when you break eggs. Sometimes baby raptors will come out that you can fight, and that's.
It
Who
makes
doesn't
me-
love
it
a
makes
baby
me
raptor?
sad. It kind of makes me sad though.
But cute. There's something satisfying of just punching a baby raptor in the face.
Well, they want to eat you. As
Yeah,
soon as
exactly.
they wake up, they're
Yeah.
like, "Hey, I want to eat."
Their natural instinct eats all of the humans. So here we go. We've got the Muramasa blade shards. Now I just have to find the hilt. But no luck so far. Still haven't found Sharon Carter either. She's deep undercover. She is in. We've we've had this. I noticed, I was geeking out about Marvel again. I noticed that in the cast list for Captain America: The Winter Soldier, aka Captain America 2, that Haley Atwell is still listed, who was Peggy Carter.
Peggy.
In the 40s, in the original movie.
I mean, I have no doubt there'll be flashbacks.
I didn't know they were doing any flashbacks in this.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but I assume there might be.
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of like big part of Cap's thing is his past.
History,
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was a lot of discussion about who was going to play Sharon Carter, if she's Sharon Carter, of course. Look at that, beautiful.
The new female lead, basically.
Agent 13 is what she is listed as in the credits. So I think Marvel is trying to spoiler. I think Marvel is trying to keep a little bit of secrecy around Agent 13's heritage.
I want to destroy that.
Come on, any Captain America or Marvel fan knows who Agent 13
we're basically
is.
just we're spitting in the wind without possibilities.
Yeah, for all I know, they may have changed her to Sharon Jones, which would be not good. But personally speaking, I was hoping for Haley Atwell to play both parts.
Somebody requested the U.S. agent / the captain outfit for you to wear.
I can do that if you just give me a second. Just find a slightly safe spot. These guys can handle that. So have a quick look at our in-game store. As I've said before, the in-game store is a work in progress. As you can see, storefront coming soon. It's definitely not done. Let's have a look at the Captain America costumes. We've got a lot of Captain America is red, white, and blue. Unsurprisingly, and we'll pick up the Captain. The prices are not final before anyone says anything. And I have to pick this one up as well because I really love this original.
Have you seen how the shield throws?
Yeah, exactly. Great. Yeah. So let's just show this off for a second because I want to show you. So here we go, 1940s version of Captain America. This is completely this is modeled on really kind of two primary sources. Is what we looked at. One was a brilliant and I think underrated. Look at that shield go. There's a little bit of a bug there that in one of the shield powers it sort of transforms shape, but in the normal one, if I want to show you, look at that.
Nice.
One more time. Fantastic.
That's great. I love the bad shield.
Strictly speaking, he didn't really throw it very much in the 40s. In the original comics, he was more but there we go. Let's go back to Captain America: The Captain. His one of his, let's be honest, a couple of different periods where he lost a little bit of faith in who he was and what he was doing and adopted a different outfit. The other one being, of course, when he was Nomad. Another personal. I love the original Nomad costume with the cape.
Yeah,
it's great. It's got to happen. It's got to happen. It's got to be in the game.
It's got to happen.
Great.
Although the weird thing will be that he'll be running around with a shield, but we'll just have to overlook that. I have a feeling another Muramasa piece is up here. What was I saying? I was in the middle of jabbering on about something Captain America related.
Sentinel of Liberty, I think you're
that's what I was saying. Is that our Captain America 1940s or original costume was partly based on a 4-issue miniseries called The Sentinel of Liberty, which was drawn by the amazing Kevin Maguire, but also is based on the very first ever appearance of Captain America. And basically that really early Kirby work was the other inspiration for that costume. So there's some very subtle detail on there that if you look at, you'll see.
That's one thing that's fun when we make the costumes. We get to go back at all the reference material throughout the history of Marvel and kind of say, okay, so the stripes on his shield, there were this many of them at this time, but there was two more extra at this time. So it's fun being able to see how these characters have evolved and how their costumes have evolved.
And sometimes it's really hard.
Sometimes it's painfully hard. It's true, but
I don't remember which one we went with the stripes because there's two versions of that. Classic one.
The number of stripes?
I can't remember which one we went with.
I don't remember either. I have a feeling it might be based on the original, but
I mean, let's be real, there's so many costumes in the game, it all just kind of blends together.
One thing about shield bounce is you get it up high enough, and it's now bouncing like 8 times. I throw it, and it comes back like 5 minutes later. My inventory is full! Get rid of the greys. Throw away the greys.
Steven has a serious loot problem.
I do.
Yeah.
There's people who've been finding out on this.
He wants all the greens. I
actually found myself picking up people's greens. Someone had left some greens on the floor in the Avengers Tower, and I was like, I'm having those. I can totally donate those.
Stephen Reed, superhero vagrant.
Hey, I want my crafting materials.
Just give it
He is a hoarder. Yes, he's a hoarder.
Oh, wait a minute. I knew I'd missed something.
So what is your stash looking like then? If you're
My stash is actually pretty. That's even worse. I was thinking about this morning. I was like obsessively ordering my crafting materials in the stash. You know. Yeah.
I have all my medals in one row and all my artifacts in another row.
Yep. All my costumes in one row. Yeah, it's got to be done. If I don't know. Part of me obviously wants the organized stash automatically button, but part of me doesn't.
Yeah, because there's something satisfying. But I filled another row.
I have an obsession with collecting costumes. Yeah, I just have so many. I just go through.
They just look so pretty.
I go through every character and it's like try to find costumes for them and try them on.
Robin's complaining that his stash is full.
So,
oh, you never know, Robin. We might allow you to expand your stash. Oh, I've actually got more power points to spend.
I've gotten to the point where I don't pick up anything less than a blue though. So
yeah.
Sorry.
Every little bit helps to increase your crafter rank. You know,
I think that's just different kind of players, right? Like, I'm not as meticulous in leveling up my crafter, which is a mistake, obviously, because yours is really leveled up.
Well, he's not really leveled up. But
well, compared to mine, he is. So
I'm just gonna get rid of all my grays while I'm standing around.
Well, that's a hard and fast rule for anybody. I'm just kidding. They make it fun though.
There we go.
I'm glad that they have a use though.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about
it. That's the beauty of it.
The Hydra radar. There we go. All right. So, where is Sharon Carter? Where's she at?
Deep undercover.
Deep in the words of Axel Foley. Deep undercover.
Exactly. deep.
I was deep before. I'm going deep now. Sorry.
That's why he needs that Lamborghini.
That's right. The question is, when are we going to start seeing some arrest slips? Now, like randomly quoting Beverly Hills Cop. You can tell it's been a long weekend.
Can we just do Axe Left?
Axe Left.
Can that be our theme song for the stream?
Can we do that now?
You just got a purple. What do you do?
I did. It was a prototype shield.
Yeah.
So I should definitely.
I was admiring that from afar.
It's got to be. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it gone?
It's right there.
Oh, there it is. Sorry, couldn't see it. Quick strike of shield bash.
Man,
I haven't got straight shield bash, so.
But that'll give you.
But it's I think it's. I gotta go with it. There we go.
Oh, your other one has a pretty cool affix too. That's a new affix actually.
Yeah, I think this is definitely better. Feels good on my arm. Watch out. We all know Cap likes nothing better than just ripping his way through a bunch of Hydra goons. I actually have a beautiful piece of Cap art which I need to get framed with him doing just that.
Goes back to a simpler time.
That is the one character I have to say, Matt. It's the one character we don't have in the game, and the villain that we'd have in the game, and it's got to go in at some point. Maybe next summer. Who knows?
Which villain?
The Red Skull.
Oh, the Red Skull.
Yeah.
He may make a cameo.
We are missing the most important villain of all. Batroc the Leaper.
Yes. Yeah, and we're talking about the Marvel movies. Batroc is in. Believe it or not, Batroc is in.
There's been some buzz.
He's in. He's listed in the cast.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah.
There's buzz.
You didn't know that?
No, that is awesome.
Yeah,
okay.
It's Georgia St. Pierre.
Right, I'm totally.
All right then.
I'm doing it.
All right.
I'm body sliding back. Robin's trying to tempt me. He's throwing his greys on the ground. I'm doing it. I'm body sliding back. That is right. Yeah. If you haven't heard about this, we're doing so much good for Marvel. Batroc the Leaper, or a man who is credited as Georges Batroc, right?
Yeah, that's his name.
Isn't that kind of obvious if your second name is Batroc and then you go around calling yourself Batroc the Leaper?
Well,
he's not a smart man.
He's not like a secret. He doesn't really have a secret identity. He's just a mercenary.
I still think it's probably a bad idea. Look, obsessively ordered stash. Let's drop all this stuff off. What else we don't need that? Oh, I was gonna. People were asking. I've switched back to the wrong costume. Apologies. There we go.
You got quite the collection on the top row there.
Yeah, I've got a few, and it's bugging me now that I have to move all these around. But don't worry about it. I'll live. All right, let's sell some stuff. Hey, Jean Grey. Any questions while we're we can talk all about the Marvel movies or whatever. There we go, leveling up my Jarvis.
Blah, blah, blah. They want us to talk PvP.
We can talk PvP.
It's been announced.
It has been announced.
It exists.
It is a thing.
Somebody sent a question via Twitter. Let me check Twitter.
Yeah. I'll go without that.
I actually don't know that.
What was the question?
A detailed question about crafting. It's a forum question.
Now, this is a tough one. Garrison Belt of Mastery versus Bodyguard Belt of Knowledge. I do like the idea of... So actually this is an interesting point, because I had somebody ask me about this. You might not be able to see this too well, but I'll try and sort of point it out. On this left-hand side, we have this item gives grants encouraging shout at rank 3 and grants heroic charge at rank 1. What that actually means is actually kind of specific, so I wanted to point it out to you. When an affix grants something, that means that you get that rank at whatever rank it is, but it also means that when you put points into it, that overrides the grant. So the better affix to be looking for is a plus. Any item that gives you a plus X in a certain item. So like in this case, these boots here are +3 to opening strike, so that gives me an automatic +3 on my opening strike skills. You can see it's actually only at rank 2, but it's got +3, so arguably that's better for you. But at the beginning part of the game, and particularly if you don't want to put points into a particular power, then you can go with the grant affix. So for example, this one grants encouraging shout at rank 3, so if I really wanted to, I could go in and then I could use a retcon device, which I've actually happened to find one when we were running around, and then I could reset my power points, take the 3 points out of here and put them somewhere else.
It's also really great in the beginning when you get powers that you can't access yet, because they're like 5 levels away. So you get a really great power like at level 1 that you couldn't access till level 5, and it makes the whole beginning of the game pretty cool.
Yeah.
But this one does have +22 defense. So, I think I'm going to go with it. Yeah, that's almost tripled, almost, well, over doubled my defense score, and granted me this one here, the heroic charge.
Nice.
All right, let's drop that in there to replace my normal dynamic charge, which is the next level up. And as you can see, the heroic charge is what's the word? Synergizes. It's an example of power synergies. Primarily deals 100% of the damage from dynamic charge, so that means as I put points in here, it's going to increase the damage that I'm going to do here, which is really cool.
And then the second one will increase the effect more.
Yes.
Like whatever the special effect is, which is really cool. I really like that system that we have now.
The chance to knock down scales with the ranks of dynamic charge, so it still allows you to put more ranks into dynamic charge. If I have 2 points, so what the heck, I'll put them in there. And now it gives you it's 100% chance to knock down, but it also absorbs damage, which is great.
Somebody's asking to see some of the emotes. I have a.
Oh yeah, we have a little list. We were going to show those off.
You can definitely show the emotes.
Of course, there's
Do you know all the ones that are in?
No.
the best emote for emote, I should say. For Captain America is of course this one. That's right.
Which one? Oh, salute.
Salute.
So that one is
Naturally. Now, all of our emotes are not actually hooked up on a per character basis. They're gradually getting worked on. That's Cap's Beckon. What is his show off? I don't remember his show off. / show off. No, he hasn't got that one yet.
He might have / pose.
Pose is a good one. Yep, he has a pose. Nice Captain America pose. Let's switch around and see. This Black Widow pose is a particularly fun one.
Ah, I know which one you're talking about.
/ pose for Black Widow. Yep. Who does that remind you of?
That group, I know. I do that all the time around the office.
TMI. And you heard that / wave there. A lot of the / waves are based off of.
Look at that. Somebody suggested it.
We got Spidey here.
Like
my Spidey's only level 1, I'm afraid, so I can't really show him off too well in the game where we are. But I like his / pose there, and his / wave is kind of fun.
Yeah.
And what else do we have? Oh, this is a good one. / /LOL.
I like his a lot. That's great.
Show off.
Oh yeah, the audio on that is great.
So there you go. Just some of the emotes, and we're working on more actually. There's still plenty to come.
I think Spidey has a cheer. Some of them have cheers and stuff.
Yeah, as I say, not all of them hooked up. Yep, that's Captain America's cheer right there.
Yeah, I like the fist pump. It's just appropriate.
Yeah, it's very 80s.
Well, you are wearing the Captain outfit.
That's true. I am dressed in the 80s outfit. All right, I have done my usual obsessive compulsive selling, and I'm ready to go back.
So do you have a favorite costume in the game, Steve?
One?
Just one. You can only pick one.
You got a gun to my head?
Yeah, literally. You just can't see it. You're looking
As you can tell, I'm sort of stuck.
It's a tough question.
I think it's one that we haven't announced yet, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Teaser.
Yep. Teaser. Yeah, we have costumes that we haven't announced yet, and I think my favourite is probably one that I haven't announced yet.
I'm super curious now.
Well, I'll tell you this much: it's for Spider-Man.
What's your favorite, Matt? What's your favorite costume in that game?
I mean, as a lover of all things bearded, I love Hulk as Maestro.
Hulk as Maestro?
Yeah.
Hulk as Maestro is pretty awesome.
Glorious beard.
Available exclusively in the Ultimate Pack. But yeah, no.
Sharon! At last!
And Symbiote Spider-Man.
Symbiote Spider-Man is amazing.
Yeah.
That's useful. Did we send you to extract me? Forget it, I'm too busy to leave now. But the Hand has taken the Tablet of Life and Time to their tower in Lowtown. You can find the entrance nearby. Okay. Thanks, Sharon. It was a tearful reunion.
We came all the way out here to get you. You don't even want to leave.
Yeah. Typical.
Classic Sharon Carter.
Classic. Yeah, I mean, what was I going to say? I mean, obviously, we mentioned this yesterday. I don't have them on me, as it were. They're back in the stash, but some of our Iron Man costumes are fantastic. Actually, I suppose I can show them here.
Yeah, we have this nice carousel.
Yeah. By the way, Black Panther is getting more costumes before you complain. He is getting more costumes.
It's a bit anemic.
What was I going to? Yeah, of course. This isn't even all the Iron Man costumes now. We've got. There's one missing, which is Marvel Now. Mark 5 is crazy good.
Yeah, it's just, there's so much detail in it. It's such a pretty model. Like, it's just really, really well done.
Our modeler, shout out to Clint, did an amazing job with that. And I'm really happy that we've got. I think there's some stuff going on. I'm admiring the in-game store while.
I think my favorite is probably the Silver Centurion that we have, the classic.
The 80s with the shoulder patch.
With the big head and everything. It's so great.
Silver Centurion was really that was my period. I remember reading that comic and just being kind of it was sort of blew my mind in a strange way. Was that the idea that a character could change his costume so kind of radically, you know, and it is wonderfully 80s.
That's great.
Can I give an anecdotal developer story?
Always.
The Silver Centurion. So Silver Centurion story is as follows: the first time we ever showed the game to the public was with a demo. For IGN, and we had one costume that we could switch to in the game.
Right.
We were playing as Iron Man, and we switched to Silver Centurion, and it was the first time we talked about different costumes, and we have access to all these great costumes throughout the Marvel history. And the demo went off really well. Everybody liked the costume, liked the demo. And then that night I went out to dinner, and then being a big nerd, I went to Toys R Us afterwards with my girlfriend. And walking in, the first thing you see on the rack, it's a Silver Centurion Iron Man toy. And so I said, okay, it's meant to be.
You had to have it.
It had to have
it.
It sits on my desk now.
That's great.
There you go. Not terribly interesting, but what
It's
is
good. It's good.
That's a good story. All right, so here we are, the Hand Tower, a beautiful place, which we're going to destroy completely. Hand ninjas, very annoying. They like to do the amazing ninja teleport thing.
Ninja vanish. I think Michael there in our party said that Punisher Classic is the best, and I completely agree.
Punisher Classic is pretty good.
The Spandex one? Oh, I love it.
It looks so good. That's probably my favorite, actually.
That was the first Punisher model we ever made, actually. Was
Really?
that one? Yeah.
It's so good.
Oh, Roman's switched up. He's got Black Panther.
Oh, there you go. Somebody asked for Black Panther, so that's great.
I actually do have him in my roster, but he's a little under-leveled right now.
I love the visual effects on Black Panther. The streaks from the vibranium.
Oh, yeah. His
really
animations
nice.
are really cool, too. He's just a cool character. Oh,
Oh.
he died. He's level 1. He came in level 1.
I'm actually going to switch up because I think that we deserve a little bit of extra. Because I've got a lot of level 1 guys here. I don't want to get killed. Who can we use safely? We can try a bit of Deadpool.
How's Wakanda, Your Highness?
I was gonna say we have to have a pirate versus ninja off, and now we do. It's awesome.
I think he might have a line about that.
He does.
He does.
I go as far as to say he does not might have one.
He definitely has
There
one.
definitely does. That's not
Definitely
even
has
proper English, but hey, there you go. It's
I
good.
like it. It's okay. Pirates don't speak English. Proper English.
Nice.
Arr! Of course, Pirate Deadpool voiced by none other than Nolan North. Nolan, a gent, a scholar, and a gentleman. Very nice man.
Who's on Up at Noon for us?
He's on Up at Noon for us this week. We hung out with him in San Francisco. It was crazy, crazy times.
That was this week.
Wow, we got enough ninjas here? Serious ninja attack. So a little under level for these guys.
It's kind of a nice juxtaposition of Deadpool as a pirate. 'Cause Deadpool, just by looks alone, most people think he's a ninja.
And he's now a ninja dressed as a pirate, essentially.
He's also nuts, though, so it kind of fits.
What's the... who knows the hidden story behind Deadpool's pirate outfit?
Oh.
The secret, the real reason why... Because it's taken from a Marvel comic, so... So let me get this straight.
The description has
This is
that.
ninja offices? This is where ninjas sit and
Well,
file paperwork?
It's a real office building. It's
Okay.
just-
I was gonna say.
Looks a little bit like our offices. We have these screens in
yeah.
we have these screens in our building, but they don't have like delightful Japanese.
Our desks
murals
are
on them.
pretty similar as well.
Yeah, I think we didn't go far to get
These are
inspiration.
accountant ninjas.
Yeah, exactly. They have balanced books.
Yeah.
Make sure they can afford all these costumes and
They
swords.
could-
And stuff.
yeah, ninja swords. And
I think you may be fooling with me.
it's canon, Stephen.
What, the pirate Deadpool?
No, the accountant
Oh,
ninjas.
accountant ninjas. All right.
That was actually a playable character way back in the day, the accountant ninja. But we decided there's some important things.
So Matt, we've talked a lot on the stream about which characters we want to see next. So who's your dream? Who do you want to get in the game? And we all give the same answer initially, which is there's so many,
No, yeah, well, that's
but we have to pin you down on one.
See, no, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Is that there's so many.
There's so many.
You can't get out.
Can't get out of it.
I'd love to see Gambit in the game.
I think there's a few people who would agree with you on that one.
Alright, you already got somebody agreeing.
I would love to see. And everyone's gonna say, "What is he talking about?" As Morph as a playable character.
We have Morph as
As
an NPC.
Yeah.
From Exiles.
Yeah, we have the Exiles one.
Yep. But 90s cartoon Morph is quite possibly one of my favorite
We're not going to start
Marvel
quoting
characters
that,
ever.
are we?
Yes.
Little Wolverine gets really sad about
Don't start Matt. I'm quoting 90s cartoons.
Yeah, we could do that all day here.
It's true. But I got my bucket list for Symbiote Spider-Man lines.
I'm
Based
very
off the 90s cartoon show. So.
I'm
No
very
spoilers.
excited.
No spoilers.
Okay.
I'm very excited for that. For people.
But
to
we have
discover that.
said publicly that Christopher Daniel Barnes, the voice of Spider-Man in the 90s cartoon, is the voice of Symbiote Spider-Man. And Matt has been in the recording booth, had him do his lines.
It was awesome. I mean, that's one of the most fun things about doing the voiceover stuff. Is it's like all these actors, I've been fans of for years, 20 years plus, and then it's kind of like, oh no, I'm working in the booth with them, and I get to hear them do it, and Steve Bloom offers to do my outgoing message. Okay, go for it.
Oh, look at
All right, Rocket. Wow, look at that
Nice.
massive destruction. You are not welcome here. Oh, who did he just kill?
Oh, these hand champions are prette rough.
Oh dear. Okay, I gotta up my game now.
Yeah,
gotta
this
pay
guy's.
attention.
This is the toughest one. So
Oh! Oh, this is embarrassing. Oh no,
Wait.
dear. Is Rocket
Please
gonna be
don't
able to?
rock
Is
our
Rocket
raccoon.
gonna be able to take these guys out?
He's holding his own.
He's doing okay, but that's a lot of ninjas. He's trying to fly away.
never doubt a raccoon.
Always better than a raccoon. I don't. No, he's out too. So, well, we could wait. He failed. That's true. That's a TPK. So the question is, do we go back to the waypoint, or is Jean Grey going to turn up and help us? I have a bad feeling Jean Grey's not going to be able to take these guys on either. I'm going to go to the waypoint. And I'm actually going to switch back to a character that's not going to get killed in.
What level are you?
7.
It's a bit low.
It's a little low for the hand tower, so we're going to go back. I think we'll pull out Black Widow again. So Gambit, that was your inspiring choice, and Morph. Gambit and Morph.
Gambit and Morph, yeah.
Mine were
opposite ends of the spectrum.
Mine were Moon Knight and Iron Fist, which
I think would be fun.
No love for Moon Knight though.
Yeah.
It'd be crazy.
Yeah.
There's some crazy stuff you could do.
I think we had Moon Knight as an NPC in Web of Shadows.
Yes.
Web of Shadows.
Yes, he is.
Oh, I was going to mention that. Like, yeah, I mean, Matt's got a. That's that great bug. We love that bug. Matt's got the quite the history with the Marvel games. So how many Marvel games have you worked on now?
This is my 4th Marvel game. I worked on X-Men Legends, the first one, Spider-Man Web of Shadows, and Ultimate Spider-Man.
And thank you very much for working on Spider-Man Web of Shadows.
Thank you for X-Men Legends.
I love
both of them.
all
Great.
of them. Yeah.
But Web of Shadows is a personal favourite of mine. If you've not played Web of Shadows, don't believe anyone who tells you that it's not good. It's great.
It's really fun. Yeah, I mean that when we did the symbiote Spider-Man costume, I was all over that because I'm like, yes, it's
Absolutely.
going back to my roots.
Well, the best thing is who did the VFX for it.
Oh yeah,
Is the guy who did the VFX for Web of Shadows.
Yeah, that's true.
That's right. Yeah, Chris Frenson.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, one thing that's cool, with our dev team here is, I'm not the only one who's worked on Marvel stuff in the past, so it's kind of like, like Frenton did a lot of the visual effects for Symbiote Spider-Man Web of Shadows, so we got to get that authentic feel in our game because he was working on our game as well, so it's fun.
A lot of us have storied histories working on Marvel.
Except me.
Except you.
First time at the rodeo on Marvel. Yes, we're doing Hayashi. Didn't notice his name too well. Oh, there's still plenty of ninjas though. Plenty of ninjas to go around. Jean Grey using her crowd control powers, very handy.
Yeah, I like that. Psychic lethargy. How would you say it, Steven?
Lethargy.
Lethargy.
And I'm English, so my pronunciation is obviously the
That's
correct one.
That's how the band Blur taught me to say it, and they're English, so it makes sense.
Yeah, but they're
They're mocking.
they're regional. Regional English. Alright, here we are. I think this is it, 4th floor, right? 4th floor, women's underwear. No, I'm just kidding.
How are you liking Black Widow? I haven't played her much.
She is great, and we were saying on the stream yesterday that she has come quite a long way. We've made some great improvements to her. I'm actually this is the first time I'm trying to build her up into the sneaky shot combo, which you might or may not know about. At I think level 16. Where is it? I think it's in here. No, spike off. Where is it? Where's it gone? There it is. Level 16. Coldly shoot a stunned or knocked down enemy to deal massive damage. And if for no other reason than it has the best animation ever, Sneaky Shot is worth going for. So I'm building her towards that point. As of yesterday, I actually retcon devised and redid my skills to get ready for Sneaky Shot. And I now have this power, which is Widow's Kiss, which does a charged cloud of energy that knocks people down.
That was very classic Black Widow.
So when I have Sneaky Shot, you see, I'll be able to knock them down with the Widow's Kiss and then just execute them.
We were talking yesterday, Matt, about how her grenades have physics, so you can basically skill shot them like pinballs.
Oh yeah,
it's great.
Nice.
You can bounce them off walls and such, and you can learn like special ways to get like clear hallways.
They're also incredibly loud as well.
They are incredibly
as
loud.
we've been pointing out on the stream.
They're too loud for the stream.
I use them sparingly.
That's the thing, that I always find fun in our games, that there are so many characters and so many different powers, and then each power can be used differently too. It's like, the way you play Black Widow
Fire in the hole!
Different from Steven, or the way I play Black Widow. So.
There's totally different play styles.
Ooh, purple.
Purple. Maybe that'll give you a sneaky shot.
That would be nice. I don't think it will. But... yeah, so pretty much respect her since yesterday. So yesterday I was doing a lot more up close damage and that kind of thing, and now I've got my shooty basic power.
I'm going to ask you, Matt Group, can we expect Easter eggs? This stream wants to know.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I mean, like
they hatch and they have raptors in them.
They do.
Sorry, I had to do that.
No, I mean there are a lot of Easter eggs in the game. Like one of the more easily found ones, I guess, is a lot of the Shield agents have the names of the developers in there.
Right.
So
You might not realize that, but that is at least.
but it's like that's one of the Easter eggs. A lot of the art, like if you go like through the office building, for example, and you mouse wheel in and look at the posters and on the walls or pictures on the walls, they'll have lovely Easter eggs in there as well. So.
What's going on?
There's also some Marvel ones that are pretty cool that I don't want to spoil.
Yeah.
There's a new one that went in recently that's very cool. We kind of teased it yesterday.
Which one's that? He said without trying to get a spoiler.
Right before Doc Ock.
Oh yeah. That one's great. That was great. Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday, but yeah, no spoilers. I know many people on the stream have already seen it, but not everybody has. Wow, did we just completely annihilate them? I thought that was going to take a little longer. I think somebody might be OP in our party here.
Probably the Raccoon.
Almost certainly.
Never doubt the Raccoon.
Or trust.
I don't trust them. I'm afraid of raccoons, actually. that's an honest truth to the world. I'm
Luckily,
afraid of raccoons.
luckily, this is a virtual raccoon.
He's also a space raccoon.
All right, so we've got the Tablet of Life and Time. Heading back to Avengers Tower. I'm going to skip this scene. No spoilers.
No spoilers.
So, how many artists did you end up working with on the game? Because we had a whole bunch.
I mean, easily we have over 20 different artists
Wow.
in all the different ways. Because I mean, I don't know if you guys went into much detail on how we make them, but we go through the traditional comic book pipeline. So we have a penciler and then an inker and a colorist as well. And so, we have a variety of all three types, and then we have different combinations of them as well. So each time you go into a motion comic, it'll look a little bit different than the one that you saw before.
Nice.
And all the artists also work with Marvel, on different things. So, like for example, like Ron Lim, who's one of our artists. Sanford Green was the one from that one that we just skipped. So it's a lot of fun being able to work with all these different types of talent and kind of building a new aesthetic each time. It's exciting, at least for me. So, and hopefully for the players.
It is. It's very exciting for everybody, I think. All right, so we've travelled back to Avengers Tower, talked to Ben Urich, who explains to us that the Kingpin is our next target, and he's manufacturing mutant growth hormone in the Lower East Side of the city of New York. So we are going to have to go shut that factory down. Do I want to go sell my stuff? Oh, we are okay. Mutant growth hormone. What was it? What were we saying that we ended up? Just reminded me when we were in the recording booth. When I went down to LA to see some of the recording, what was funny was that we were recording with Scott Porter, who does the voice of Cyclops. And Scott, who is probably best known, he's now appearing on the TV show Heart of Dixie, but he's also probably best known for being on Friday Night Lights. Was it Jason Street, right?
Yes.
Jason Street, yeah, plays Jason Street on Friday Night Lights, and but he's also a huge Marvel nerd. And it was kind of funny because we were in the booth and he was recording lines for Cyclops and was talking about mutant growth hormone, and he got very excited because he was like, "Oh, I know what this is."
He knew the history of it.
I remember that. And then at one point, I found myself, believe it or not, on a Wikipedia page called "Fictional Drugs of the Marvel Universe," and we were going down the list to try and figure out which drugs he was asking about a particular drug, and trying to remember which one it was. But there you go, crazy. Well, Wolverine. So here we are, Lower East Side, not the best part of New York City, in contrast to the Upper East Side.
I'm sorry if you live there, streamers.
Well,
Viewers,
in our fake version of New York City, to be fair.
That is true. When we went to New York Comic Con, which is in Hell's Kitchen, we were kind of like, this doesn't really look exactly like our Hell's Kitchen. But
Clinton, as it's also known, or is now known officially. So yeah, we'll probably stream for like 10-15 more minutes. We got any more questions from our streamers?
Let's see.
Oh, watch out, these guys infected with mutant growth hormone, so they have these mutant powers.
so the question would be, Steven, if you could take mutant growth hormone and become a
And
mutant,
end up looking like this?
would you do it?
I don't know. The sound effects don't seem to be great. It's got me said.
I mean,
I'm not impressed.
Having a giant, cone head style head is a small trade-off for being able
Small
to shoot
price to
energy
pay?
blasts like that.
I'm not sure about it. I gotta say, I prefer the traditional mutation in what do you call it? I used to call it the The Marvel role-playing game term for it was an altered human, which is what Spider-Man is. It's like, yeah, gets bitten by a radioactive spider, doesn't, turn into a spider or anything like that.
For the most part, he
just
doesn't turn
gains,
into a spider,
occasionally. He's known to have outbreaks of spider-like abilities and appearances.
I did see that
Fire on the hold!
Request on the stream yesterday was the
six-armed
spider.
Yeah.
I have that action figure at home.
I'm not sure what the animators would think about that. Don't think they'd be that happy. I don't know, maybe at some point they might see it as a challenge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey Stephen, how long is the 10% off code good for?
The 10% off code is good, I'm pretty sure, until April 21st. Probably the very end of the day on April 21st. So you have like another week. I will remind everybody, I know we haven't been playing with them today, but Wolverine, his starter pack is going away tomorrow. So if you want to pick up Wolverine starter pack, then you'll want to grab it today if you can. We have introduced a new Wolverine premium pack, which is pretty cool. It's called The Best There Is, and it features all of Wolverine's costumes, including things like Days of Future Past. But if you wanted him just solely in the starter pack, then you want to pick it up today if you can.
Then you would miss out on all those sweet costumes.
You would, but not everybody. Some people are on a budget, and it's understandable.
I will say that the Jim Lee style 90s costume looks awesome.
For Jean Grey?
No, for
Wolverine
even. Yeah, it's not here, but it's in the premium pack. It looks great in game.
Yeah,
it really pops.
Yeah, there's a number of costumes that people see in our model sheet stage, and they're not necessarily
they don't love
fans of.
Yeah.
But once you see them in game, often they're surprisingly good.
It changed my mind, that's for sure.
Actually, I'm going to give you an example because as I'm playing as Black Widow. So Black Widow has a costume which I don't think I've actually purchased. This one,
Mac Group favorite.
Yeah, the original costume. Now,
oh yeah,
this one. When we saw this, I'll show it to you there. That was not something that I was looking forward to seeing in the game. It is an original outfit. She did wear it for a very brief period of time. But it actually works really
cool.
well in game.
Yeah. It makes her look really different and distinctive.
Yeah, it really. I mean, she's got this little cape, and it's kind of a wacky look, but it's still fun. It's a lot of good,
That's my favorite part about our game is that we have costumes that would never otherwise be seen in any other game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at this now, thinking she didn't really use guns in this period of her career, but whatever. I'm getting a little bit of help from Cyclops
there.
there.
You could retcon yourself to be comic accurate.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
true. I could do that. Yeah, I could say, you know what?
I guess you would only use like gas and kicks. And
gas, kicks, punches. Yeah, I'm even using a knife right now.
No, she didn't have the Widow's Sting, did she?
No, she didn't.
So you would just be punching, kicking, and using the gas, and that's kind of awesome that you can do that.
Definitely a busy.
I like that term,
zone.
comic accurate. That's pretty good. Yeah,
that comes from.
I expect that to happen from. Oh, hello. What have we got in here? A meat locker in the back of the burger joint.
Uh-oh. I don't know if I like that.
What could possibly
What on earth am I going to find in here?
First the marinara maggia.
The marinara maggia, yes, they were quite fun. Does it look like we're open? Oh dear. These guys are beating up people in the back here.
This is the first time I've seen this. Actually, it's pretty cool.
There's a lot of these now.
I love it.
These are what we call. See, knows that we found another AIM death machine just lying around.
I find new ones every time I play.
Yeah, so these, as we talked about them yesterday, treasure rooms. Generally speaking, they're a little tiny sort of stage scene. Look out for you want to talk about Easter eggs? We talked about that earlier on. There is an appropriately named treasure room in Hell's Kitchen. Which
yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you'll find. It's called Bajillion Entertainment,
yeah,
ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Gazillion, Bajillion. Someone's got a great sense of humor.
Is there an Asian group somewhere in the game?
There's no Asian group in the game.
What?
But if you look very closely in the Taskmaster video, there is a one-armed pirate that is in the Taskmaster Institute that looks surprisingly similar to me. I'm just saying. And
in addition, the other motion comic cameo, if you watch the motion comic that introduces Mutant Town, you will see Mr. David Brevik.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I had no idea.
Yeah, he makes it's kind of hard to tell.
Easter eggs for everybody.
But he is supposed to be David Brevik. He's in the background of one of the motion comics. Yep. So, yeah. But we haven't introduced all our Easter eggs yet. We have a couple of big ones.
We do. We have some great ones.
Uh-oh. Nick Fury telling us that apparently the Green Goblin, Norman Osborn, is in the area. We first fought the Green Goblin at the very beginning of the game at the raft, where he was definitely feeling a bit peaky. He was a bit tired. He'd been in jail for a long time.
Yeah.
He didn't have all of his abilities and all of his stuff. So he wasn't really that much of a threat at level 1. But
he's feeling a little more limber
now. Here, he's definitely more of a problem. So we'll see if we
Who's playing
encounter him.
Colossus?
Some random player. That's the beauty of
awesome.
closed beta.
Colossus is pretty cool.
He's kicking some butt here.
It's a hulking monster.
I love me some Colossus. He's very fun.
Chris Cox
Chris Cox
does
is
an
amazing.
amazing voice performance as Colossus. I think it's great. Chris Cox also plays Hawkeye, but you would never be able to tell.
Yeah.
The two voices sound distinctly different.
When I read Hawkeye now, I think of Chris Cox as Hawkeye.
Chris's voice. And
absolutely. Yeah, I'm that good.
Yeah, it totally fits.
He was a lot of fun.
He has some great VO in our game. I love some of his lines to other characters. Some of his interplay stuff.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
great. It really just captures like who Hawkeye is. Who's one of my absolute favorites.
You know, we were saying this, Matt, because we've been talking a lot about Hawkeye costumes. We've got to do just jeans and t-shirt Hawkeye from Matt Fraction's brilliant current Hawkeye series.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I just saw that it was a #1 on the New York Times bestseller.
Yeah, which I think Matt was surprised about.
Yeah.
Well deserved. David Aha, is that how you say his name? Is the artist?
He's phenomenal.
He's brilliant. I mean, it genuinely is an amazing comic.
Could we call that look a Hawkeye?
Hawkeye? Yes. Hawkeye costume.
Yeah.
Done.
Cool.
With the purple Chuck Taylors.
Yep, exactly. It's got to happen.
Now everyone watching the stream is going to be like, I'm going to hold you to that!
We'll try.
We're waxing poetic about things we want to see.
We'll try. We have some cool unrevealed Hawkeye outfits too.
Yeah.
There are a couple.
There's one that's coming out of the pipeline right now that I'm excited about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know the one you
I
mean.
haven't seen it, so I'm excited too. I'm a big Hawkeye fan.
Hawkeye, one of the starter heroes in Marvel Heroes, if you haven't heard, so you'll be able to play the entire game for free using Hawkeye if you like. You can enjoy Chris Cox for hours and hours and hours.
I just want to say that I just logged in as him yesterday, and some of his new arrow types are awesome. He has some awesome new abilities.
Mm-hmm. Any particular ones you want to?
He has a one that I forgot what it's called, but it basically acts as a decoy. He shoots it down, and it makes all the enemies go for it, and it explodes. And
nice.
That's just awesome. Like to keep people off of him. He has poison arrows, explosive arrows, arrows. Purple. He has a lot of awesome trick arrows now.
Throwing away the greys.
Somebody's asking if we still get our comics in the mail or if we've gone digital.
We still go to the comic shop when we remember to.
We just had that discussion.
Literally before the stream. Literally before the stream, I was saying, should I? Because we don't get time to go. That's the problem. And I was debating whether I should just order my comics by subscription. Because growing up in the UK, I had to get my comics from a comic shop in the UK because they're pretty much impossible to find otherwise. I had for a while a fairly serious addiction at my local comic store, and was very good friends with my local comic shop owner. I went in there and spent all my money every week. But here, of course, you can subscribe to Marvel Comics. So I'm like, wait a minute, I should just actually subscribe. Get them mailed to me every month.
Was it the time dilator?
That was the time dilator, yeah.
That's pretty
Throwing
awesome.
it down, slowing our opponents. Any more questions? Because I say we probably will be wrapping up in about 10-15 minutes. So if anyone's got anything on the stream they want to hear about, I'm going to switch back to my classic look. We've talked about the 10% discount that's going away. Although I'm sure we'll have other offers before launch.
See. Somebody actually makes a good point about subscribing to comics via mail. They get damage in the mail.
All the time?
I had a friend who would subscribe to a couple books, and he would get his comics like bent in half all the time.
Oh no,
Because
that's not good.
I mean, it's not it's not Marvel's fault.
It's true. Yeah, that's a good point though. I guess that's why some of these subscription services make a big thing about that they get mailed flat.
Yeah, you could buy bags and boards and such. If you're getting it straight from the distributor, you don't really get that.
That is true.
luxury.
That is true. My copy of Entertainment Weekly always arrives folded into 4 or something.
Let's see. What's the max level? We don't. I mean, that's an easy one because
it's not set yet.
It's not set yet.
Whatever level you may have found yourself getting into in this weekend, that is probably not the max level. It's probably going to go up from there.
Somebody's asking about Christopher Daniel Barnes as Spidey for other students.
Would you like to see Christopher Daniel Barnes as Spider-Man? Do tell us. Let us know.
We listen.
Take down Galvino the Brute. Okay. Galvino the Brute. It's all going to happen. I need to give myself a little bit of... The other one we've had requested, although again we are spitballing here and this is all personal stuff, is Josh Keaton as Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, he did a great Spidey.
Although as I've told Matt, and this shows my age, I'm still looking out for Nicholas Hammond. Everybody, that's right.
From
the 1970s TV show.
Yeah,
he lives in Australia. He's still alive.
Okay, let's go out there.
Hey.
The one that I really wanted that would show my age is Lenore Zahn as Rogue from the 90s X-Men series.
That's not that old. Come on.
It's not that old.
Well, it shows his personal age.
Yes.
Not that he's old, it's just it shows how old he is.
And Nick Hammond, I'd be really happy to have Nick Hammond myself, but I'm probably in a group of 1 on that one.
Somebody's wondering when they'll see 24/7 beta.
Maybe sooner than you think, but not probably not continuously
not
up all the time. No, not 7. Maybe 24 something. Oh, there's a nice bug. Look at that guy. Maybe it's a statue.
It's not a bug. It's a feature. It's a ghost.
It's a ghost.
See?
Oh! It's a ghost. He haunts the subway platform.
That's a cameo you just showed off.
Sorry about that. Jean Grey showing us off. Oh wait a minute, we've missed a bit, haven't we? We missed up here. There we go. Oh, I guess we can't fly across here anymore. We used to be able to. Oh, I think we've cleaned this place out. Yes, we... Oh, no, wait, up here.
Jean Grey seems to think something.
Here we go.
So now I want to start a playthrough with Black Widow.
She's good.
She's really interesting.
She's fun.
She has a lot of cool builds you can do with her.
But I have other work I
found
have
another.
to do.
Found another aimbot, just sitting in the corner.
So did you spec out of grenades?
No, I still have them.
Okay.
But I'm trying to spec more for the.
So what Spider-Man TV show is your favorite, Steven?
Animated or normal?
Well,
that's a bad response.
Yeah.
I am a big fan of the 70s show, and it's terrible in many ways, but I enjoyed it, because it's just fond memories of my childhood. 90s. Look, there's another ghost. 90s Spider-Man, no question. Yeah.
90s Spider-Man is.
That's why. Yeah, I mean, I will meet Christopher Daniel Barnes at some point. Because I was a big fan of that show. The thing about 90s, I'm old enough to remember Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, of course. But even when I think that show was in literally 81?
It's like 81,
82. So I was like 8, 9, 10 years old, and even at 10 years old, because I'd read lots of Spider-Man comics, I didn't understand why Spider-Man never hit anyone in that show. He never punches anyone. Because that was made in the cartoon era when these things were
frowned upon.
Yeah. Excessive violence was not something that was supposed to be seen. So,
definitely not the case for the 90s.
I just realised we've completely missed the MGH factory in the Lower East Side. We missed it.
Oh, with our
we went right past it.
Yeah.
So this seems like a pretty good time to wrap things up. We are here in the Upper East Side now, which is where the Tablet of Life and Time storyline climaxes with Kingpin and the Fisk Tower. But maybe we'll come back to that at some other point.
Somebody pointed out that Dan Gilvizan did Spidey 2099. in Shadow Dimensions.
Yep.
Who did in Amazing Friends? That's right.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah,
I'm a big fan of that because I love that game and worked on that game.
Anyway, so we'll wrap up. Oh, all I was going to say was, as a 10-year-old, I was like, why did Spider-Man never hit anyone in Amazing Friends? So when the '90s show came along and he actually, punches a guy, I'm like, yeah, this is what Spider-Man's supposed to be about. He hits people.
He
does.
That makes him sound terrible.
No, I know, but those comics are full of action and they're full of fighting, and that's what it's all about. I was reading some classic John Romita just last night.
So somebody said like, "Oh, you guys should let us know on Facebook when we're going to stream." And so I think we should point out that we're kind of just
this has kind of been a test for us. Yeah, test for us this weekend.
Getting a nice.
We will be able to automatically put out those notifications as well. But to be honest, we don't want to spam the Facebook page too much. But yeah, you should follow us on Twitter, obviously, at MMM Society, and that is automatically going to tell us when streams happen. And we'll do more of them. I know people have asked this weekend to get Mr. Brevik on the stream. I'm sure that can happen. David's at home working. He is really working on weekend because we're shipping a game soon. So he is busy. I'm going to have to mute because I know that. Actually, have I had it muted all this time? I probably have.
I love that Hawkeye, his show off.
His show off emote?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Actually, what's hers? I remember. Oh, it's a talky talk. Yeah, so as I say, it's been kind of an experimental weekend for us. But if you've enjoyed it, and if you want us to stream more and babble on about, actors in 1970s TV shows, then we will. So let us know on Twitter, in the forums, wherever you want to talk to us. We're available in all these places.